Weep, Grana, Weep, Nitty Bong, and welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things Transformers and Transformers action figure related. And today on my channel we're going to be dipping back into Transformers IDW King Grimlock issue number 4. So if you haven't been following along, I do highly recommend that you go back and check out my other 3 videos on this topic. We're now on issue 4. And we know that Grimlock has travelled back to Minoria. In the last issue, he killed the Red Wizard. So in this one, it looks like he's going to be going after the Golden Wizard, or the Golden One, whichever one it's called in this. So let's check a look at issue number 4. And we'll start off, as we always do, by looking at the beautiful artwork on the cover for this. This is an outstanding piece of art where we have Grimlock fighting a golden dragon. Absolutely amazing. Love the way that this looks. Love the kind of blend of the art styles here from the kind of hero questy type old school fantasy stuff mixed with robots. I love it. I think this is super cool. Still don't like those shoulder pads on Grimlock though. Just too thin. So let's open this bad boy up and check a look inside. We get the red panel on the inside with those 3 different takes on Grimlock, looking absolutely ultra awesome. So this one kicks off without a recap, without telling us who's in it, and what we see is that the Golden Wizard, or the Golden One, whichever one he's called here, he grabs hold of Arco's hand, and we then see that on Arco's hand she gets the Autobot symbol, which seems to be a bad guy in this. I guess we'll learn more about that as we go through. This seems to be their god and seems to be pretty evil. And now we see Arco transformed into kind of a golden warrior. Before she was wearing kind of rags, and she had some armor on that was from those wood bots, I think they call them, but now she seems to be transformed into a golden menace, just like that Golden Wizard as well. We can see also that down at the back here that this is the distilled blood of Soltron. So this blood here is what keeps the Golden One alive and also gives the Golden One his power. Although it does look like she's now turned over to the golden side, I guess, not the dark side. Her past defiance must be answered. She must have a sacrifice to pay as a price. She asks the question, my sacrifice? My sacrifice is Grimlock. So she's going to sacrifice Grimlock to the Golden One, to the one who's running the show in the background. And Grimlock is actually at the Red Wizard's keep at the moment because they have reclaimed it for the people of Minoria. And Grimlock is saying, dead wizard head crack easy like mouthy egg, because the Red Wizard turned out, if you remember from the last issue, turned out to be a Quintesson, which was pretty cool. Grimlock is saying that it's not blood that flows through these creatures, it's actually Energon, but the Energon here is very different to the Energon that's on Cybertron. Here it's wet and kind of sticky, but also it seems to be alive and angry. Grimlock transforms and blasts the Energon as it tries to control him. He's saying that the Minorian Energon is bad. It's worse than any Energon that they have on Cybertron because it's a poison. Look at the poison, I got the remedy. So Grimlock is saying that if they want to fight the Golden One, it's not going to be easy. It's going to take all of them to work together to actually fight the Golden One. Grimlock also says that the blood, when it touched him, almost conquered Grimlock's systems, but Grimlock was too hard, and Grimlock's guts tougher than stupid bad blood. Him golden one though, me think he need bad blood. So Grimlock realizes that this is actually the source of the golden one's power. The leaders of the two people are having a conversation kind of in the background as well about what they're going to do to support Grimlock in his quest. And what they're saying is that Valorift used all of their fuel to bring Grimlock to Minoria, but the Anglorians, they still have fuel to burn, and they embrace because they know that this is what is going to really turn the tide against the Golden One. Grimlock saying that he can hear him. He has audio sensors, not just normal ears he can hear, and it's good news that they have magic juice. Very good news, because to smash the Golden One, you need to do something he can't. We then cut to the Golden One's palace, stretching out to the sky with its hands praising the sun. Grimlock stands alone on the fortress's drawbridge. Well, not a drawbridge, just a bridge. On the fortress's bridge with his sword in his hand. The Golden One and his people look forward towards the bridge, and they're saying that Arco was speaking the truth. They knew that Grimlock would come alone, and he would stand there because he has to, because this is the kind of person that he is. So Clatter stands there and says, "Thank you for your wisdom, Arco. If that alien brute wishes to die today, we should oblige him." So they're going to oblige him, and you can see now Clatter comes out with all of these different beasties, ghouls, demons, Goro from Mortal Kombat, loads of different ones. Introduces himself to Grimlock, and then says, Grimlock, as always, says that he talks too much, and then the battle commences between the two. He says that he's come to save Arco. Grimlock doesn't know that Arco has already been turned over to the golden side. Grimlock continues to smash. So Grimlock starts to smash absolutely everything, and Arco says, "So much for the lackey." Golden One says to have faith though, because he's served him for years and years and years. But she says these are Grimlock's scare tactics. Grimlock opens up with an absolute wail of devastation, violence and destruction. It's supposed to hit you with some shock and awe and scare the living pants off of all of the creatures that he fights. And you can see it, he's picking this dude up and is about to swing around and smash him down onto the floor. Then, out of nowhere, Grimlock actually has some support, which is something that they didn't expect. They thought that Grimlock would come alone because of the way that he is, but Grimlock says no, he changed the plans, and you can see that the magic is being used to block out the moon, the sun, whatever that glowing ball in the sky. It looks like nighttime considering it's supposed to be sun. So it blocks out the sky and starts to really hurt the power that they have. So the demons start to get destroyed even heavier by Grimlock, even easier. And so the Golden One decides this is his time now. Golden One will now join the fight as a massive monster dragon. The Golden One has told Arco to go inside, but Arco has said no, and she said this will now be a battle of monsters. The Golden One flies through the sky towards Grimlock. The Golden One picks Grimlock up, and Grimlock says, "You think big scaly birds scare me, Grimlock?" And the Golden One munches down on his shoulder. Grimlock says that's a good bite, but you should have gone for my head, just like at the end of the Avengers, right? And then Grimlock says, "Now me, Grimlock, bite back." So he bites back right on the neck. Again, maybe Grimlock should have gone for the head here, right? Gone for his head, and we can see a big chomp, chompity chomp. And then kaboom! Stoom! Fascist? Does that say fascist? Fascist. It says fascist. Grimlock saying, "You Golden One strong, but me Grimlock no truth. Blood of Sultron. Him Sultron poison you, no powerful, you puppet. And he's saying that he's not a puppet, he rules everything that Sultron surveys, and then me Grimlock's supposed to believe that. And you can see the Autobot symbol again underneath. It's very interesting that in this, the kind of Autobot symbol is the symbol for the bad guys, and it's almost like being back in the Shattered Glass universe. Grimlock grabs him by the throat and says that Sultron blood, bad energon make you hurt Minorians, you Golden One sick. So me Grimlock say same to you as them. Me can crush Sultron, him to hurt you, but reveal you need to fight with me. So what Grimlock is saying, he knows that this person here, the Golden One, is just the front. There's a real power going on in the background, and we can see that the real power starts to break through. Face me, I am the Golden One. We are one and the same. We cannot be separated. Grimlock says, if you insist, and continues to mash up, basically, the Golden One. And we can see there's a real struggle going on for the Golden One now. The inner beast within him, whoever that is starting to talk through him, but the Golden One is saying, yeah, I understand. He's had to hurt his own people because of this power inside him that's possessed him, and all it has ended in is suffering. And we can see that the Golden One starts to fall apart, and the Golden One releases the power from the inside of him, and the power inside then starts to control him and says, to think I almost feared your arrival. Now look at you. Straw in a hurricane, crumbling at the seams, all for these simpering people. I am a force of nature. You truly think you can cleanse me from this world, from this body? Grimlock is saying that he's going to continue to fight for the people of Minoria, but there's still the inner struggle going on, saying that he will not be a puppet any longer. But it looks like the Golden One wins the struggle and ejects whoever the being is from his body, because on the next page we see I guess the true form, maybe, or this is a blended form of the creature. I don't recognize this. Am I missing something? Was this in G1? Let me know down in the comments. Who on earth is this? I don't recognize it. Maybe my mind is going blank right now, but this is the big reveal. Maybe I'm just missing the point of the big reveal here a little bit. After Sultron leaves the body, we can see here that the Golden One needs to just lie down for a moment. The Golden One is dying. After years and years of being in the service of whatever the hell this creature is, it's now time for him to pass away. Arco, who's been watching everything, then starts to speak to Sultron, wondering what she does now. But Sultron talks back and says that it's time for her to take up the mantle and become the powerful being that looks like a Golden She-Ra. She's Golden She-Ra now. So in the next issue we'll find out more about Golden She-Ra, because she has the power. So that'll be interesting. That'll be issue number 5, and I believe that is the last issue where all will be revealed more, I guess, and She-Ra will take on Grimlock. We had these other... Oh, this is the final issue. So maybe Sultron or the Golden One or whatever tries to take over Grimlock. That would be quite interesting. He's already tried a couple of times in this, but actually failed. We had covers for this one, which Chapter A. Nice. This is the one I got. Lovely. Beautiful. We also had this one that was not as great. I wasn't as into cover B for this one. This cover was quite nice, and again kind of led back to some more fantasy elements from back in the day, kind of 80s fantasy adventure. Grimlock with half a dragon's wings sticking out the back there. I do love these character bios. Playing through Hero Quest at the moment, this is just awesome. Maybe I'll call my wizard character the Golden One if I play as that. That would be quite cool. Definitely will not have all of these, because if you play Hero Quest, you know the wizard is not that powerful when it comes to certain things, but has awesome spells. We got an advert for Chained to the Grave, no idea what that is. We also have an advert for G.I. Joe Snake Eyes Dead Game. Pop Insider holiday gifts, so stuff about Pop vinyl if you collect those. And also Godzilla now has an IDW comic as well with dragons in it. It must be the season for the dragons. And then on the back we get Grimlock, Transformers, Grimlock IDW. Final thoughts on this one then. I like it. I'm really enjoying this. It's a very different Transformers comic from any of the others that IDW have done. Absolutely amazing. Can't wait to see the finale of this. And again, let me know down in the comments what you think of it and who that golden creature was. I've probably just missed the obvious, as always. And I'll see you in my next video. Alright, in a bit. Peace!